Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So recently I received an email from someone asking me what my opinion is on doing a dietary cleanse to heal either a health condition or illness or disease. And this is a great question. This is actually a question I get quite often. And I thought today I'd talk a little bit about cleanses and perhaps a different way of approaching it or seeing it or how you view a cleanse in order to decide whether this is something you want to try or that you don't want to try. So when it comes down to any type of cleanse, first of all, there's many different types of cleanses out there. There's dietary cleanses, there's cleanses that use perhaps some herbs or some natural medicines, or there's also more sort of stricter types of cleanses or more restrictive types of cleanses, such as fasting, right? Water fasting or juice fasting, liquid diets, all that. There's many different types of cleanses out there. And the one thing why people get such great results doing different cleanses and why we see so many testimonials of it changing people's lives or healing them is because there's certain things being taken out while someone's doing that cleanse. And pretty much I would say there's two groups of things that are taken out that really allow someone's body to start healing. And the two things that are taken out is allergenic foods and inflammatory foods. Okay, so any kind of cleanse is usually eliminating either one or both or a lot of these things or just a few things. So when it comes down to allergenic foods, this would include dairy products or wheat or corn or soy or eggs, seafood, shellfish, things like that. Things that a lot of people have either an allergy to or some sort of sensitivity to. And so either one or many of these things are eliminated from the cleanse. On top of that, inflammatory foods are also eliminated, and that could be processed foods, sugar, alcohol, animal meats, animal products, things like that, preservatives, additives, all that stuff is eliminated, which causes inflammation in the body. And so depending on how strict the cleanse is, you could be just eliminating a few things or all of these things. And once sort of the inflammatory foods are eliminated and the allergenic foods are eliminated, a lot of people that are sick or dealing with health conditions start feeling a lot better, because suddenly they're not bombarding themselves with all these things that are causing havoc within their body. And so that's why people feel really good doing a cleanse. Usually in the beginning, when a lot of these things are being eliminated and they're going through the withdrawal from certain foods, the first few days of a cleanse is always quite uncomfortable, but then after that, people start feeling much better and they start seeing their body healing. And that's a wonderful thing. And a very exciting thing too. A lot of times this is what kickstarts someone into seeing that their body can heal and that they can start feeling better and that things can change and that they can take their health into their own hands. And so I would say this is the biggest benefit of doing a cleanse, is that you can actually start seeing your body change and your body starting to get better and healthier. And for a lot of people, that means it kickstarts them to taking much better care of themselves. And it allows them to feel like they actually have control over their health, that they can actually do something. And so the huge benefit from doing pretty much any cleanse is that. But the big issue is what people do after a cleanse. And I say this to many people that join sort of my juice fasting program and the raw food challenges, that it's not so much what you're doing that week or for those days or for those few weeks. It's what you do after. You know, it's kind of like someone who likes to do juice fasting or water fasting. It's what they're doing in between the fasting. That's what counts. It's not so much the fast itself. And so it's the same thing with the cleanse, is that a lot of times people think that it's the foods or the cleanse that's healing them, but it's more about what they're taking out during that time. And so the thing is that when you get off the cleanse, that's the most important time, is to continue eating, first of all, a very healthy diet, to really try and eliminate as much inflammatory foods as possible, especially sugar and preservatives and processed food and additives and alcohol, things like that. The things that really just create a lot of inflammation in the body, those things need to be eliminated or decreased to a minimum. Okay, because then you'll continue to get great results after the cleanse. And then on top of that, what I would suggest to anyone that does any kind of cleanse that really sees like miracle results would also be to practice doing an elimination diet, but not an elimination diet where you're taking all the allergenic foods out at once, but doing perhaps one at a time for a few weeks stretch to see how does your body feel. Do you feel better when you've taken out dairy products for a few weeks? Do suddenly you see that if you had a skin condition that your skin clears up, or that you're having less inflammation or aches and pains, things like that? And if you see like after a few weeks of, let's say, taking dairy products out of your diet, then you know that either you have maybe an allergy or a sensitivity to it that perhaps you need to continue not bringing it into your diet. And then let's say you notice that there is no change, then bring it back into your diet and try another allergenic food to eliminate for a few weeks. And perhaps that might be corn or soy or wheat, or, and to keep trying, but doing one at a time for a good stretch of time, at least 2 weeks. And that way you can figure out, okay, why did I get such great results when I was doing that cleanse? And how can I keep the results going? That I start feeling not great, but even better and better and better and better. That's what we have to look at when we're doing any kind of cleanse, is that it's not only to feel great during that week or those few days or those few weeks, but it's like, how can you keep the results coming? How can you keep improving your health and your lifestyle and all of that? So that's how I would approach a cleanse, and that's how I would look at it. It's kind of, if I were to be deciding, okay, I want to do a cleanse, and do I want to do this cleanse, I would look at what the cleanse is really about. What are they taking out of the cleanse? How would that help me? And then to try it out, but then afterwards to ask myself, okay, did that cleanse work? Did I feel good while I'm doing it? If so, then what do I need to continue doing? But when it comes down to looking at a cleanse as healing that illness or that disease, I don't believe a cleanse is going to do that. I just believe it's going to get you sort of on the right route towards healing yourself. But it's about continuing with making those changes that you made while you were on that cleanse, but doing it in a way that's balanced and sustainable, and something you continue doing over the long term so you can keep those results. All right, so I hope that sort of helps you to be more clear about whether to do a cleanse or not. In all, I find cleanses are great to kickstart a healthier lifestyle, but I wouldn't rely on a cleanse, especially a cleanse that's only a week or a few weeks, to actually heal me. But to get things started, sure. And if I look at my lifestyle and how I can improve it after the cleanse and to continue improving it, then yeah, it's great. You get the ball rolling, and that's exciting. So yeah, and if you want, I offer a few cleanses on my website as well. We have the next 10-day juice fasting program, which starts next week, next Wednesday, April 1st. It's a great springtime cleanse to do. It's 10 days of being on a juice fast, and beginner juicers are welcome and also experienced. And also every month I also host a raw food challenge for a week, and also a whole food challenge for a week as well. So if you want to look into those programs too, you can go to my website at radiancecentral.com, click on products, and you'll see all of them there and when they all start and how to sign up. All right, I'm wishing everyone a super fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon.